This is a 2026 Ford F450 Lariat, and you can call this a pretty rare spec. I borrowed it from Garff Ford here in West Valley, Utah. It is available for sale. Be sure to ask for Ken. His number is down below. You can text him. Let's go ahead and check out the window sticker so you guys can see the options and features on this build. At the very top is the description with the colors. And be sure to pause for the standard features on this truck. Starting off the options is the high output power stroke. This one also has all-weather floor liners, FX4 off-road package, rapid heat, engine block heater, camper package, which is a rare option. I know that Ken built this truck simply because it has it on there. And then upfitter switches, tough bed, Lariat Ultimate and Premium package. Then trailer camera for customer placement. Base price comes in at $81,465 with a destination of $25,995 for a total price of $95,745. I'm going to be answering a question in a video soon about the ride with the camper package. So I had a chance to test this truck alongside an F350 with the 410 and 355. One of the F350s had the camper package. So be sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss that upload. I did fuel economy and I showed you the RPMs off my Banks iDash. So yeah, you don't want to miss that upload. Now this being a 2026, I was hoping to see Ford add the option to paint the bumpers as a standalone for the F450 Lariat because you can't get black appearance with this truck. So chrome bumpers is all you get. Now some people don't mind that, and obviously chrome does hold up better overall. But you guys see LED headlights, turn signals, fog lights, front parking sensors come a part of the packages, so it is an upgrade. Black recovery hooks there. And this truck just still looks great. I mean, I love the F450. It's a great truck. It does everything you need it to. Too bad they can't raise that GVWR number though. Wide front track. You guys see it does have a plastic liner that is an upgrade. It would be fabric otherwise. And then here are the tires, which are the Continental HDR 5s, 225/70, 19.5. You can get a 35 now with 19.5s too, as an FYI. You've always been able to, but I think some people don't know that. Now as far as the capacity goes, 3,970 pounds for single, 3,750 pounds for dual at 110 PSI, 3-peak rated tire, 10 lug, and I love the fender flare. GM and Ram still haven't created a truck to compete with this. It's pretty funny. Painted mirror cap right there. You guys see the turn signal. Accent light is right there. And then you do have a light here that's usable if you're stationary. Some of the trimming on the side. Painted door handles with smart key system. And if you have the key in your possession, if the door is locked, if you walk up to it, these power to pull running boards will pretty much automatically go down for you. The main reason why we get the FX4 package that this truck has is because you do get a skid plate for the transfer case, and you get one for this large 48-gallon fuel tank. I think it's a must-have. You do get downhill assist with that too, but no one's really taking a dually off-road. 48-gallon fuel tank, 7.4-gallon DEF. Most people know by now Ford does it the best with their dually side, because if this gets damaged you can replace just the panel, because beds are not cheap, by the way, especially if they're aluminum like this truck's is. Clearance lights on the side, and you can see the liner. You also have 4 leafs in the main pack, overload. You can see the 5th wheel prep package built in to that framing. Then here's a nice look at these rear wheels. Out back, incandescent taillights still. I'm sure this truck's gonna get a refresh really soon. Probably for 2027, I would say. You can see the built-in steps, parking sensors, more clearance lights right there. 5th wheel, or I said 5th wheel, no. Conventional hitch, 3-inch receiver. Now you could tow a fifth wheel with this if it was possible because it has such great weight capacity. Incandescent bulbs. You have a 7 and 4 pin. This is where your lock would go for your spare tire. And then down below, 430 rear. Here's that spare tire. And let's go ahead and open the tailgate. You can see the light here. And then your backup camera. We'll go ahead and use this today. I haven't shown this in a while, so. Now, can someone refresh my memory? Did they lower this a little bit for the redesign for this truck back in 2023? I can't remember if they did that. So it sits a little bit lower. When was the last time you seen a spray-in bed liner, by the way, from the factory on a Ford truck? Right here, 7 and 12-way plug for video. Bed lights. Be sure to check out my description. I do have a tie-down solution with straps that look factory, and you would have a promo code for it too, so be sure to check that out. You can have it on all 4 corners. Right here, this is where your Pro Power would go. 2,000 watts, fifth wheel Pro package is right there. And here's your camera for your bed view. You have your defrost with your power sliding glass, and you can see the clearance lights right there. You always have to get that side view for the dually. Have you guys heard rumors about bigger displacement diesels coming to the Super Duty and HD segment? I think because of the emissions that are changing in the next few years, that's why they were going to that. So we'll have to wait and see if that still happens, because you guys know they're changing so much, you know, within the next year or two. But regardless of that, this 6.7 Power Stroke gets the job done. 500 horsepower, 1,200 pound-feet of torque, king of the hill still. No one is willing to compete with this engine. And obviously when you're high above sea level, see those mountains over there? It's nice to have all the horsepower and torque available, and Ford gives it to you. Now all that power goes through a 10-speed transmission known as a 10R140. I can't believe that thing could take that kind of beating, right? 500 horsepower, guys. That's a lot of power. Now obviously I got to put a plug in here for Banks. You see that map sensor right there? You got to take that out of the stream, because the EGR system puts a lot of junk in your intake manifold, which means that sensor is going to get dirty over time. So this makes the readings more accurate for fuel economy. Performance is better, obviously keeping that sensor clean, and it's easier to clean at 50,000, 100,000 miles because it's not in the stream anymore. Obviously cold air intake, I've done a few videos around that from Banks, promo code below. This truck does still use the CP4. Haven't heard of anyone having failures, however. Please let me know in the comment section if you had, because I don't hear about them anymore. So maybe people are catching on to just running a little bit additive a few times a month, maybe when you fill up. Just something nice, peace of mind. I like the idea of keeping my truck on the road. So if I have to pay $20 a month for a fuel additive, whether it be Hot Shot Secret, I use Insane Diesel. Promo code below for that too, actually. Love their stuff. Their stuff is expensive, but it's definitely interesting fluid for sure. Here's why this truck is so unique. You don't normally see these trucks come in with the Baja, and I don't think I've ever done a video on an F450 with Baja. So I like this interior the best, because obviously lighter color interior is better for the summertime, but my favorite thing is you get the black liner. If you get the black interior, they give you the lighter color roof. So this is what I would definitely pick for sure. Perforated leather. This is the Active X, and because you have those upgraded packages like the Ultimate, you have the tilt headrest. That is an option on this truck. You did lose your power function back in 2025. 10-way seat, and you guys see this truck does have the B&O sound system, and this is the best B&O sound system too. I've always enjoyed the interior design of this truck too. Very unique for sure. Seat memories there. You have the power folding outside mirrors. You have power tow mode and power pedals, electronic parking brake, all your lighting controls. You can drop the tailgate with the button right there. Leather wrapped steering wheel, heads up display. Let's check out the passenger side. Eight-way passenger seat, by the way. Look how wide the seat cushion is too. And I would say it's pretty deep as well. Let's go ahead and jump in because the airplane's coming. You do have some storage right here. And glove box. And you guys will see this truck does have the certification for a bed camper. I'll show you guys the payload here in a second. But be sure to pause. I'm not going to call anything out here. I think that this is going to add more value to your truck. Because if you're looking to sell it privately maybe, adding that this has the camper package might be more enticing to some buyers who don't want to go out and buy a brand new truck. And this is a rare option to see. I drove the truck and I'll just tell you now, I didn't notice a difference on how it rides, just saying. That's why if I order any Ford truck, it's gonna have a camper package on it. So, you guys see that wireless charger, USBs. They did take away the soft close function, however. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's for this guy here. He used to be able to push it this way and it would just soft close like this for you. Here's that center console with that Baja. I think Baja is the way to go. It's just something different, right? I know some people probably won't like the two-tone, but I think it really hits, especially with a black truck too. Yeah, more perforated leather, armrests, cup holders, air vents, outboard heated seats, USBs, 120 volt power plug, seat back pockets, 60/40 bench, collapsible storage. On that side is your inverter for the 400 watts of power. Now, if you have a big dog and you want them to be on the floor with the seat up, you can collapse this storage here. And if you have a child in the child seat, you can just put them on that side. That's what's nice about having the 60/40 bench. But yeah, overall, this is a nice interior. Let's go ahead and jump back over to the driver's seat. There's your push button start right here. 12-inch screen. And if you go to settings, vehicle. I've shown this in other videos, but you have your windows here. So you can do remote open, and the eye icon shows you what it does. So if it's 100 degrees outside, which it does get here in Utah, you can open the windows before you get inside. That way it's not so hot. Remote start setup, you can set up a few things there for that. And ambient lighting. You can change the brightness or you can turn it off. That's something that you don't get with GM trucks. Ambient lighting. Why don't they give that to you? And I like seeing the floor at nighttime when I'm driving. Just something to consider, GM. Running boards can be set up too. Approach detection, it explains what it is. You guys saw the dual climate control, heated ventilated seats, heated steering wheel. And I pretty much already showed you guys everything for the center console, didn't I? You have more USBs and a light inside this area. You can get a lockbox too if you're new to Ford trucks. At the very top here, auxiliary switches. Place for your sunshades. LED interior lights, home link. Place for you to check out if you have any snot on your nose. And you can see the heads-up display. I like theirs better than GM's. GM has some work to do for the next truck for sure. Now, this screen, my view, is my favorite thing now. I like that they've allowed these trucks to continue to have this because you can set this up with what you want to see. Obviously, you can now see your tire pressure for this truck too. You have your engine coolant, transmission temp, engine oil temp. And they also give you diesel measurements if you go down to gauges. You can set this up too, I believe, in the My View. So you have your diesel measurements there. And that is pretty much all I care to show you guys. Let's go ahead and check out the payload on this truck. Front gross axle weight rating is going to be 6,000 pounds. The rear is going to be 9,900 pounds. 14,000 pound gross vehicle rating and then 19.5 by 6 wide wheels. And you guys see that axle code is a 4L. All in payload is 4,916 pounds. Tire pressure is 90 psi out front, 80 in the rear. And that is pretty much it. I'll show you guys the towing capacity here. Obviously, this is why you buy this truck. If you plan on towing heavy, this truck can do that for you. Or if you plan on hauling a bed camper, this truck can do that as well. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet. Make sure your notification on. As I said, I have a nice video coming comparing 3 trucks. I don't think that video exists, so I'll probably have the first comparison of F450 with F350s with 410 and 355 rear later.